Hello, my name is Yara James, and the two videos that I will be discussing with you today will be Frontline video, Human Trafficking in America, and the next video will be Real South, Shake 'em On Down. The brief summary of human trafficking in America is that most people think that human trafficking only happens in foreign countries when that is not true. It happens all around, and most recently it's been happening here, if I may add, and they never take the topic seriously, especially when it comes to girls my age. Most people think that human trafficking only wants one race or one specific type of girl, when really they want all ethnicities and all types of shapes and forms. The brief summary about Shake 'em On Down is about a blues musician called Fred McDowell. His nickname was Shake 'em On Down because he was amazing at blues and jazz, but mainly blues. He was known for only working on a farm with his father and never really was noticed for his music. He was very underrated. For human trafficking, talking about it separately, what I learned from that video is that the FBI and other corporal investigation groups, they had to change the way they investigated these human traffickers, because how they went about going to it back then, they would arrest prostitutes, and when they arrest prostitutes, they would arrest them and charge them, but really these girls would be underage, and they wouldn't, even the girls that they would take over, they wouldn't speak to the police officers. It was always secret. There were always secrets, and no one could really get through to them. So what they do is they ride around, they approach them in a respectable manner, and they try to communicate with them in a way that wouldn't scare them off, trying to reason with them, trying to get them to understand that these men have a certain way of brainwash over these girls. The main main tool that they use over to lure these girls in is parties, football games, any social event that you could think of, because it makes the girls an easy target, easy to talk to, and easy to manipulate, and it's actually quite sad. I've learned that one more thing that I've also learned about this video is that even though some men pose as girls 17, 16 years old and lure them in by asking them, hey, how was your day? Just regular conversation, and just bringing them in, and then start asking them really personal questions like, what size are you? Where do you live? What's your address? And all sorts of personal information that isn't really cool. The topic that I think goes with this, that the topic that I think that this video explores is natural disaster and including management, because this human trafficking is actually a business. They make the source of income that these businesses make over selling these girls is phenomenal, is really big, and it's quite sad. There's nothing, it's right now it's quite successful because they're getting away with it. And advertising goes with this as well. And I say that because they take the girls that they lure in, and they put them on social media and make them seem like they're older than what they are, or like 20s, in their 20s, like 23 and higher, when really they're 17, 16, 15, and that's quite sad as well. On the video, Fred McDowell, Shake 'em On Down, that was about a man who really loved to play blues. He expressed himself in a way that no one else could. He didn't become a musician until maybe his 30s. He's always played music when he was younger, but he was really underrated, and no one really recognized him until he played at juke joints on little concerts with his boys, and just really showed out, if you ask me. He starred in juke joint and at Newport Festival. He never really had his own equipment. He would always use someone else's equipment, which wasn't a problem back then. um, Fred McDowell, if he wasn't called Shake 'Em On Down, he was called Mac Dow. Like McDonald, how people say McDonald's, McDowell. Um, Also, the only thing, he was very honored around the people. Everyone loved him, and the topic that I think that explored what this video explores is I think it's individualism, honored individualism in society, because he was very much loved. He had a very warm personality, and there was not one person that wouldn't want to be around him. And yeah, that's it for that. The prompts that I think that will go with Shake 'Em On Down is historic. Just information about a person who was underrated and basically needed more recognition. And for the prompts for human trafficking, I believe society-based information, informative prompts and stuff like that. And yep, that's it. Thank you for watching.